What's going on YouTube? Today I'm going to talk a little bit of a review on a new sight that I just picked up today. For the last 4 seasons, I've been using the same black gold sight. It's a black gold single pin with a dovetail. I really like this sight, so I've been using it for the last 3 years, and I'm going to keep it as a spare. I think this is a bulletproof sight, and it's a great sight. The only thing I would say is I wanted something to upgrade and something that we all continue to try to do, and that's to improve accuracy. So I decided to try a new sight out today. So I actually went and bought a Spot Hogg Fast Eddy. Now, the reason I decided to go with a Spot Hogg was never shot one before, never played with one, and I'm seeing great reviews about people getting extreme accuracy, especially with this sight ring that you get that provides you a better optical view between your peep sight and your sight itself. So I did a little research, looked into them, and I finally found one. This guy at Sportsman, this is a single pin. I found this guy at Sportsman for 230 bucks. It was on sale from 300 down to 230. So first impressions, I've just picked it up today, and my first impression is I really like it so far. I was worried that because of all the little intricate pieces that they had, that I'd be worried about it being flimsy. I'd be worried about losing those pieces in the backcountry, and I'm not worried about that. After I've started sighting it in, I think I've shot about 8 arrows through it, and I'm really not worried about that anymore. Reason being, one, the dial system they have here, it's very firm. When you put it where you want it, that's where it's staying. It has this locking bar at the bottom. You can loosen up, give it a little bit more play if you wanted to. But all in all, you could lock that sucker down right there and just do your fine-tune adjustments to it, which is very cool. On the top end, up here, this is your mounting bracket that comes in. So you have 2 screws here, and then this is your windage. So you can maneuver this guy out, and once you pop that out, you can move it to your left or to your right to affect your windage, and then use this little nut here to do your fine-tune adjustments. So all you have to do is loosen this guy up and turn it left or right, and that's going to give you your fine-tune adjustments for your windage. Now, for your elevation, obviously, you got your wheel up and down. Once you affect that wheel exactly where you want it, and you rack down and get it nice and tight where you want it, that's basically where you're going to mark it on here to be able to put the sight tape on, which I think is really cool. On top of that, this sight housing, I think, is a lot nicer than your black gold. The protecting your pins here, your fiber optics for your pin, is like this hard plastic material, which is really nice, because when you go over to your black gold, you just have a piece of tape, and as you can see, I got like pieces of dirt in there. I got a little stick from a couple years of climbing through the mountains. Now, the big benefit I think that you're gonna get is you look at this ring here, you just have a solid green ring. And I changed it out to a red one at one point thinking it would help me. But that solid ring, when you line it up, the only thing you're trying to do, line up your peep and get that ring where you can just see the edges of the ring. And what happens is you'll get a little bit more on one side, a little bit more on the other side every time you shoot, and you don't get the accuracy that you truly desire. So with this guy, what you got is you have a yellow ring, a green ring, and another yellow ring. So for me, with my peep size, when I pull back, I should not see any outside yellow. I should just see the edge of the green and then see the complete ring of yellow. And what that provides me is a perfect shot between both my peep and my sight ring to get that perfect aim. And what I've noticed is, starting just in the 8 shots of sighting it in, is so far I'm just burying those arrows right next to each other to the point where they're touching every single time. So I really like it so far. It's very, very good material. I would say that's probably some heavy duty aluminum all the way throughout, and every piece it's solid. You know, with your black gold, yes, it's kind of foolproof, and yes, all these components seem pretty good, but like the polish on it, after a couple seasons, you can see just rubbing raw, beating it up a little bit. Yeah, it's getting some wear and tear. Probably have some wear and tear on this guy, but I just think it's made a little bit better. The material feels a little bit better. So I'm very happy about that. The one complaint I see from everybody is everyone's worried about this exposed gear on the inside. To be honest, where it's at, I feel like you would have to lay your bow down like this in a giant puddle of mud to be able to get it up in there. I don't really see that being an issue. It is made out of plastics. It feels like some kind of plastic material. I don't really see that being an issue. It does come pre-lubricated with a little bit of oil on it. I think if it did start getting gummed up, the cool thing is because it is exposed, you could aerate that out, clean it out a little bit, and be able to rotate it again and not have any issues with it. With this guy, the only way you're doing that is taking it apart. So I actually kind of like the idea of an exposed gear. So far, really like the sight. I would say if you're in the market for a new one and there's anything holding you back from a Spot Hogg, I really don't know what it would be, because I mean, great sight. I'm really having fun with it so far. Let me shoot one arrow through it and tell me what you think. And this is a Hoyt VTM 34, shooting a 465 grain arrow. Yeah, it's very easy to sight in. I'm pretty eager to put a sight tape on it, but yeah, that's my first take of it.